What's going on, guys? Welcome to Week 11 NFL Picks. We are back here with Preston, Gage, and Gledhill. Go ahead and say what's up.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
So, we have had some big changes in the standings this week. We all did terrible. Let's just go ahead and say that. We all started off terrible. The best record this week was Eric Harrison, 6-7. So that was really not a good week for everybody. Cade maintained the first place spot. He's 3 games ahead of Eric, who moved into second place. Cade's went 4-9 this week. Joel, Gage, Kyle, Gledhill all tied for third place. 86, 61, and 1. They went 5-8, 4-9, 3-10, 2-11. Not good weeks for them either. Taylor fell all the way to 7th. He is 1 game behind them, 2-11, and then I'm in 8th place. Me and Preston are in last 2, and I'm still 4 games ahead of Preston. We both went 4-9. So, bad week. We'll shake it off. There's always that 1 week in the season every week where everyone the whole teams get upsetted. It was one of those weeks. Take it for what you get. It doesn't matter. Let's move on to the next week. So the first game we have tonight is, let's go ahead and get on into this. We have the Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh. Is it at Pittsburgh, right? Or is it in Cleveland?
Yeah, wait. No, it's at Cleveland.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I had to pull it up. Cleveland Browns or Pittsburgh Steelers at Cleveland Browns. I'll go ahead and let you start this game off, Gage. You'll start us off tonight.
All right, I'm just going to straight up tell you, I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know. I don't really trust in the Cleveland Browns. I feel like Mike Tomlin's a better coach than Freddie Kitchens, and I just think since James Conner's coming back, they're heavily going to run against this poorly run defense of Cleveland Browns have. I'm going to say the score is going to be, I think it'll be like 2017. I think it'll be like a field goal. It'll be a close game since it's at Cleveland. But I got the Steelers winning this game.
Preston, welcome back. Go ahead and pick.
Yeah, this week is definitely going to be – this game is definitely like a low-scoring game. I don't see anything crazy happening. Both these offenses have been struggling quite a bit. And the Browns coming off wasn't the best win, but it was still impressive nonetheless. They had – here's what's crazy. They won that game. They had 8 plays in the red zone or inside the 3-yard line without scoring a touchdown. So
that's right.
Turn that around and get their goal line offense going this week. But I got the Browns winning this game, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
Them 23-.
Yeah. So. I'll go ahead and pick. So the Steelers. What's really getting me about this game is that the Steelers are 27-4-1 since 2003 versus the Browns. So that just lets you know.
Especially on the road, they're even better.
Yeah, and on the road they're even better, like Gledhill said. But I get it. That stat line is always with Big Ben. So this is the first time they're playing without Big Ben. Big Ben has pretty much owned the Browns this whole time. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they still win even without Big Ben. Their defense looked really good against the Rams last week. I was really impressed. They're playing in Cleveland, so I think it'll be closer than people think. The spread is 3 points. I'm gonna say they get it over. I'm gonna say Steelers win 27-23. It'll be a close game. Mika Fitzpatrick, one of the best defensive players right now, getting a pick pretty much every game. That was a good pickup for them. So I think the Steelers hang on and win a close one, 27-23. So yeah, that's who I have. Who do you have, Gledhill?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one for me, but Minka Fitzpatrick's obviously been playing really well lately. Like you said, huge pickup for them. Mike Tomlin's been doing an awesome job this year as head coach. A little bit surprised the Browns were able to pull that win off against Buffalo last week. If they win tonight, it would be their first winning streak of the season. So they haven't been too consistent. Do they get it done at home? It's a big game for them. Thursday night football. And my gut is telling me that they will not. I'm going to have to take the Steelers. Close game. They pull it out in the end, 23-20.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Next game, we have the Houston Texans at Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are rolling right now, man. I'm surprised this game isn't a later game, to be honest. This game definitely deserves to get flexed. Both these teams are really solid. Baltimore's just been flying, man. Lamar Jackson probably moved himself into second place in the MVP race behind Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Literally just toyed with the freaking Bengals this past week. It was ugly. And then you got the Houston Texans who've been playing better. The Colts have been pretty much shit in the bed with the injuries and Jacoby Brissett being out. So, they just dropped 2 games that they really should have won. So now the Texans are front runners for that division now. So they're playing in Baltimore. How do you see this game playing out, Preston?
Sorry, what was the game?
Texans at Ravens.
Texans at Ravens. Yeah, so the Ravens have been on a roll. They're just coming off of a win against the New England Patriots last week. Lamar Jackson, his MVP stock is growing up, but it's hard to compete with what Russell Wilson has been doing. And yeah, so I think Houston's going to come in ready to play. I think they're going to come in and they're going to give the Ravens a run for their money. But I do think the Ravens are going to come out on top in the end. The Ravens just have too much momentum going right now, and Houston could spoil them, but I think this will be a shootout. Deshaun Watson also trying to prove his case for the MVP, even though I don't really see it. I don't know what the hype is for him. So, but I've got it being a shootout. The Ravens are going to win 38-35.
Yeah, I agree with you, Preston. I have the Ravens hanging on. I think it'll be a pretty interesting game. 31-28, Ravens hang on. Battle 2 MVP candidates, Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are a 4-point favorite. So I do have the Texans just barely covering the spread, so 31-28. But yeah, like I said with you, I don't really see the hype. I know Deshaun Watson's a really good quarterback, but there's no way he should be over Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and I probably wouldn't even put him over Aaron Rodgers at this point. So the top candidates right now are definitely Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and Aaron Rodgers. Those are the top 5 right there. I don't think Deshaun Watson's I don't think Deshaun Watson's quite there yet, but that's just what I think. So yeah, Ravens hang on 31-28. Texans will cover the spread. Who do you have, Gledhill?
Yeah, again, another tough one for me. This is a big game for the Texans in the AFC South race, especially with the Colts losing last week. They can really create some separation there. I think now they've really stepped in as the front runner in that division. Watson's playing well, so Lamar Jackson obviously torched the Bengals this past weekend. That wasn't a huge surprise to me. It was really cool seeing that moment between Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson after the game. With them talking about how kids are going to be wearing his jersey number and whatnot. I saw that video pop up. This is really, really cool. I don't know. I think this is going to be a really good game, fun one to watch. Both quarterbacks are so exciting right now. I think it might come down to which defense makes more plays, and both are playing well right now. Both have been able to create a lot of turnovers, and I think right now the Ravens might be doing it a little bit better, and I think they're going to pull it off. It's going to be, I'm going to say 28-24. Ravens get it done.
Gage?
Yeah, I have to agree with Glenn Hill. I have to go with the Ravens on this one. The exact same score. I got 28-24. Reason being is that, I don't know, this Houston Texans defense is not looking great. Also, since J.J. Watt's been injured, I think, last game, so he'll be out for the season. And I just don't think they'll stop the run game that the Ravens have. So that's what it comes down to. It's at Baltimore. It's at their place. It's a hard win for the Texans. I feel like they are going to ball out with Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, but in the end, the Ravens will come on top. So, yeah, I got 28-24 Ravens.
Very nice. Next game, we have the New York Jets at Washington Redskins. Literally, Preston, take it away with the AIDS game of the week.
This is the AIDS game of the week. Undoubtedly, Jets versus Redskins. It's about to be an absolute shit fest in that.
Right.
Who's at home? Redskins?
Yes, and Dwayne Haskins, real quick, Dwayne Haskins is the remaining starter for the rest of the year. So, yeah.
Yep. Dead presidents in D.C. Darnold is going to be seeing ghosts. And I think the are going to come out on top on this one. Actually, you know what? I'm not feeling that. I'm going to on this one. I say Darnold is right through those see the open receivers, and I don't think the Redskins are going to be able to, handle Darnold and his mediocrity. So I got the Jets winning this one in a low-scoring shitfest, 20-17.
Gage?
Yeah, I have to agree with Preston, man. I'm going to go with the Jets on this one. I got the score being 6-3. It's pretty much what's going to be. This is going to be a really shitty game. But yeah, I got the Jets coming out on top because they do have a little bit better of a quarterback. Sam Darnold has a little bit more experience. And Le'Veon Bell, who will run a little bit over this Redskins defense, tire them out, give them a few field goal range. So that's what I got. I got 6-3 Jets.
All right. Yeah, so the Redskins 0 touchdowns in the last three straight games. First time since 1940, so they're playing terrible. Haskins is just in a horrible situation. So even though he might be the future of that team, he's not going to do anything at this point. Like, he's in a terrible system right now, and it's not looking good for them. The Jets are 1.5-point favorite. I think the Jets cover it just barely. Nothing special. 17-13. Jets get it done. This is a coin flip. I wouldn't be surprised if the Redskins won, but the Jets have obviously looked a little bit better. They're terrible. This is another one of those AIDS matchups that we still have yet to see, and I cannot wait to not watch this game. So yeah, Claudio, who do you have?
I'm actually going to have to agree with you guys. I thought maybe someone would pick the Redskins here, but I'm going to have to go with the Jets. I mean, you just look at these two teams, which I mean, they're both not having great seasons, obviously, but which team is playing slightly better right now, and it's the New York Jets. I think they might be starting to figure some stuff out. Dwayne Haskins, no touchdowns, 4 interceptions so far. We'll see how he looks. I'm really rooting for him. I hope he plays well as a starter now. But tough situation there. Jets are playing a little bit better right now. I like Sam Darnold better than Dwayne Haskins. I'm going to have to take the Jets in this one. Let's say 23-16.
Very nice. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints going on the road to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams coming off of – Buccaneers coming off a win. Saints shitting the bed against the Falcons. Another division game. Who do you have in this one, Gage? The Saints are a 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I got the Saints winning this one. Tampa Bay is not consistent enough. I feel like the defense will stop Jameis Winston at crucial times coming to the fourth. Maybe the second half of the game. I think it'll be close in the first half, but then the Saints will pull away in the second half. I don't think the Saints are going to lose back-to-back games, especially losing to the Falcons. So I got this game 27-20 for the Saints. I think Drew Brees will bounce back in this game.
Gledhill?
Yeah, I agree. Just knowing Drew Brees and knowing that coaching staff, like the Saints are so well run and so well coached. I don't see them. I see them totally bouncing back from that Falcons game. Every team's going to have, a game like that in a season where maybe things don't fall their way and things just don't go right. And that was obviously this past weekend for the Saints. But with how well they're coached and with how good Drew Brees is as a leader, I think they step back up and they're not going to lose to 2 sub-500 teams back to back, and they're going to get this one done. So I take the Saints 31-20.
Yeah, and you can never be too sure about those division games. Sometimes a division game and the other team gets the best of another team. It happens. It doesn't matter how good that team is, how bad that one team is. Whenever they play each other, they know each other more than any other team does. So it can happen. And last week we saw that it was a whack week for everybody, so that wasn't even surprising. Drew Brees 4-3 career record versus Winston head-to-head, which is kind of shocking. But the real main thing is the Buccaneers and the Saints always have a really good rivalry. It's like I said, like I was just saying, like it's one of those division games. Like they always match up against each other very well. They play each other really well. But I actually think the Saints are more likely to bounce back They're not, like Gledhill said, they're not gonna drop another game like this to a below 500 team. There's no way it's gonna happen, especially for how good they are. The Buccaneers, Gage said it well. They're not consistent enough, and that just shows you they literally they're the only team like you could think of right now that are number 1 defense against the run, but number 32 defense against the pass. So that just shows you right there that they haven't been able to put. And then like one of their offense, their passing offense is one of the best in the league. So they can keep up with teams and score a lot of points to keep up with the Saints. But I actually think the Saints are actually gonna get a pretty big win here. I don't think Buccaneers will cover, and I have the Saints winning by 10, 30-20. So yeah.
Yep, and the Buccaneers just released Hargraves.
Yeah, and they just released
top
Hargraves.
pick a couple years ago, bust for them. So
Yeah, low key a bust.
tough.
So he's on the market. So maybe a team like the Eagles need a cornerback and get him. Who knows? All right, Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I definitely have the Saints bouncing back and winning this game. I don't see them 2 weeks in a row, especially to teams of this caliber. So I got the Saints winning in a close game, 28-24.
Very nice. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos at Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook versus the Broncos' top 10 defense. Vikings coming off a win versus the Cowboys. We'll get to that game. We'll get to that when we get to the Cowboys. But the Broncos. Did the Broncos come off a bye, or did they play someone last week?
They came off a bye.
Okay, they did come off a bye. So this game, if it was in Denver, I might lean towards Broncos upsetting them. But I think the Vikings right now being at home, Dalvin Cook being an MVP candidate, I have them actually getting mixing in the run pretty well. And I don't know. I think this game is going to be. I think it'll be pretty close. But I think Vikings being at home, I think it'll be pretty favorable. I know we like teams off the bye, but I just don't see the Broncos going into Minnesota and dropping this game, and especially since Minnesota, clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't see them dropping a home game against the Broncos. So I got the Vikings winning by a touchdown, 27-20. So yeah, who do you have, Preston?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one, Eric. I don't see Minnesota going in and losing this game to the Broncos, even with the Broncos coming off the bye. Minnesota's been hot. They're coming off a bunch of good wins, and maybe if Denver stopped the run and make Kirk Cousins beat them, and even Kirk Cousins has been playing well ever since he got the criticism from the fans and Deshaun and Diggs. So yeah, I got the Vikings winning this game, 24-17.
And Minnesota is 10.5-point favorite. Who do you have, Gledhill?
Yeah, I mean, Vikings offense is kind of riding high right now. They brought in Gary Kubiak, who has been doing really well this year for him. And he's going to be facing a team that he was with for a while. So that could be interesting to see. Yeah, they're playing well. Just got a big win over the Cowboys last week. I think they could easily lose this game, personally. Especially if that Broncos defense, like Preston said, they stopped Dalvin Cook. Make Kirk Cousins beat him. But I like how they're coached this year. I think they're working towards Kirk Cousins' strengths a little bit better. And as a result, their offense is a lot more fluid. And then I think their defense is pretty decent. So I'm gonna take the Vikings in this one. They improved to 8-2. They could lose this one, but they pull it out. It's gonna be 20-17.
Yeah, I mean it is a possible trap game, especially since Denver has a top 10 defense. So if you make Kirk Cousins throw, it very well could happen. So yeah, who do you have, Gage?
Yeah, I have to agree with y'all. I got the Vikings on this one. You guys are right. The Broncos will make it a little bit. It's like a trap game. I think this Allen kid's actually did pretty decent. He got a win over the Browns, but I feel like against this Vikings defense, he's going to be ripped apart. I think he'll have a hard time in this game, and I think they'll fairly be low scoring. I think the only way they have a chance of stopping the Vikings from scoring is stopping Dalvin Cook, and if they can't do that, then it might be just a blowout. But I got the score. 21-13. I think the Vikings will pull this off. So Yeah, sorry, Broncos.
Very, very nice. All right, next game, we have the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo coming off kind of shit in the bed a little bit against the Browns, losing that game. They're playing the Dolphins. The Dolphins are actually on a little bit of a win streak right here. I don't know how they're letting that happen, but it's looking like the tank for Tua. It's looking like the tank for Tua, or I guess now tank for Burrow is is slow, actually not slowly, but actually fastly leading towards the Cincinnati Bengals. So it's looking like they're gonna get whoever the quarterback is. So yeah,
Wow.
I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this game. So who do you have in this game, Glad Hill?
Yeah, I mean, blow it for Burrow. So I don't know. Bills kind of blew it last week. They were up for a while and they kind of lost it towards the end there. I don't know. I don't see the Dolphins winning again personally. I don't really know. I'm gonna take the Bills in this one. It's just gut feeling. They're gonna win it. So
Gage.
Yeah, good defense. They'll get it done.
Very nice. Gage.
Yeah, I have to agree. I got the Bills winning this one. I just cannot see them winning a back-to-back win for the Miami Dolphins. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I hope Fitzmagic keeps doing well, but I guess against this defense, I feel like he's going to throw a few interceptions. I'll cost them the game. I got the score being 16-13. Low.
I got the Dolphins. Psych! I do not get the Dolphins. I have the Bills. I have the Bills hanging on. Yeah, pretty easy game low, nothing special, 17-14. The Bills don't really have much of an offense as it is, but the Dolphins are the Dolphins at the end of the day. I know they've just won 2 games in a row. I don't see it happening again. The Bills are just an overall better team. It wouldn't shock me at the finest though if freaking Fitzmagic goes in there and beats the Bills at home. It wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Last time these two teams played, the Bills ended up sealing the deal on an onside kick recovery, which the dude literally spinned and ran it all the way back for a touchdown. So it was actually already close as it is. So yeah, Bills win 17-14, nothing special. Who do you have, Preston?
Bills.
Say that again.
Bills 21-10.
21-10. So you think they're gonna get a big win, huh?
Yeah, I just don't see the Dolphins doing anything offensively.
Yeah. All right, next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road to play the Indianapolis Colts AFC South Showdown. Colts each game decided by one possession this season, and they're 5-4. They've dropped the last 2 games, I think, or last 3 games. I think it was 2. Last 2 games. So Jaguars, I think coming off a bye, Colts just not looking good. I don't know if Jacoby Brissett's playing this game. I really don't know. Preston, who do you have in this game, man?
Which game?
Jaguars at Colts.
Ooh.
I need to find out if Jacoby Brissett is playing.
I thought he was playing.
Yeah, I think he's playing.
St. Nick is.
Oh, yeah, Nick Foles is back this week.
Yeah, Foles is also back.
The Minshew Mania is over.
Yep.
He's at home.
Man, sad.
They're playing in
It'll be back,
Indianapolis.
though.
Yeah, okay, Jacoby Brissett is expected to start Sunday against the Jaguars, and Foles is back.
This is a tough one. I don't know. I don't see Nick Foles doing this Colts defense, though they are banged. And when in doubt, pick the home team. I've got the Colts winning a close one, 23-20.
Glad Hill?
Yeah, I don't know how the Colts lost. Well, I didn't watch the game, but I don't know. Really, you're trying to battle for, you're trying to win your division. You're trying to get closer to the Texans in your divisional race, and you dropped a game to the Dolphins. It just doesn't make any sense to me how the Colts lost this past week. I like how they're coached, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But we'll see how they play this week. We'll see if they were able to bounce back. Jacoby Brissett back for him. I'm going to be excited to see Nick Foles again, although I did like the Minshew Mania. It'll be cool because Nick Foles will be facing off against against Frank Reich, who is his coach in Philadelphia. You know what? My guts tell me that Nick Foles and the Jaguars are gonna win this game. They're gonna improve to 5-5 and be even with the Colts in that division. I'm gonna take the Jaguars in this one, 28-21.
Gage is shaking your head. Do you have the Colts? Gage?
Oh, yeah, I have the Colts. Yeah. I agree with Preston, man, the whole way. I don't feel like Nick Foles will have a great game in his first game coming back. And since Jacoby Brissett is coming back and it's at home, I got them edging this out. I got 23-20 like Preston. They win by a field goal. I think it'll be really close, but I think the Colts will pull it off. Their defense is actually pretty good. I think they'll stop Nick Foles in crucial moments.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts have been in every single game this year, and they're a lot better than what their record shows. Like literally, like the injuries have killed them. You can't expect to win a game with Brian Hoyer, and also not having T.Y. Hilton, your top receiver threat. Like he's been out. He's gonna be out for another couple of weeks. He's always injured. So I think having Brissett will really change the momentum of this game, and being at home, I don't see them dropping a game of the Jaguars. Nick Foles. I think he'll be a little rusty. Obviously coming back from that collarbone injury. But I mean, if the Colts want any chance of coming back and fighting against the Texans, of beating that division, because they did beat the Texans, they have already beat the Texans. So if they want to have any chance of making that division or winning that division, and let alone now at this point get a wild card spot, they can't drop this game against the Jaguars at home. They got to win this game. It's a must-win game for the Colts. I like them in this matchup. I say that they win 24-20. So, yeah, I think either way, regardless, it'll be close. Next game, we have – wait, everyone picked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked.
Next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons going on the road to play the Carolina Panthers. Carolina coming off a heartbreaking loss in Lambeau Field against the Packers. Me and Gledhill picked that game. We got that one wrong. Christian McCaffrey was just short of the end zone. And yeah, Packers improved to 8-2. Falcons, as terrible as they are, they beat the Saints last week. And so both these teams, Panthers are obviously much more talented in my opinion. Falcons have won, but Falcons have also won 5 out of the last 6 games versus the Panthers. Do you see anything changing this game, Gage?
No, I think the Panthers will win this game. They'll edge out on top. I think it'll be a close game since this is a divisional game. So yeah, right. It's a divisional game. So
it is a divisional game.
Yeah, but I just think they'll win by a field goal. I think it'll be like 27-24. I think it'll be a high-scoring-ish game. But I got Christian McCaffrey running all over this defense and Kyle Allen making some plays. I think the Falcons will try to upset them, but in the end, I think they'll edge them out. So, yep, I got 27-24 Panthers.
My score is pretty similar to yours, 28-24. Panthers get it done. McCaffrey will run all over this offense. They'll look like themselves again. Falcons, yeah, you beat the Saints. Congratulations, y'all suck. You're going to lose this game. All right. Gledhill, who do you have?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I got the Panthers in this one. McCaffrey's going to have a big day. It's Falcons are going to be without Devontae Freeman, but they some guy named I think Brian Hill or something.
He played good last week.
I guess he started. Yeah, he started last week. Played well. Panthers rush defense has not been as great lately. So he could have another good day. But I don't know. I just don't see the Falcons winning back-to-back games right now. I think the Panthers are more talented. They need to get this game. I think they're at home, right? They got to win. They got to win at home. And they're going to get it done. So it's going to be 30-23. Panthers win.
Next game. Or no, my bad. Preston, who do you have? Sorry.
Yeah, I got McCaffrey running all over the Falcons defense. They can only do so much, and Kyle Allen's going to good game with the play action pass. So I got the Panthers winning this game 28-10.
Very nice. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals going on the road to play the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers finally got their first loss against the Seahawks. That game was freaking amazing. Like, game of the year by far. I honestly thought at one point, after Russell Wilson threw that pick on the 5-yard line.
I thought it was over.
Late and over. No,
I thought it was over.
I didn't think it was over. I thought it was going to be a tie because I was thinking there's not that much time left, and Jimmy G hasn't been really playing that good all day. So I thought the Seahawks almost made him throw so many picks at the end of that game. Jimmy G overall did not have a really good game. But credit that I think a big portion of that game was the reason they couldn't move the ball was because George Kittle was out, and he's a big part of their offense. And he's doubtful for this game, so that could be a big loss again against the Cardinals, whose defense I don't really think is terrible, but it's not that good either. I think they're like midway pack right now in defense, so they're okay. Still 3-6-1. So last time these two played, it was actually a close game. 49ers and Cardinals, they always have some pretty good games as well. Cardinals have actually won 8 of the last 9 games versus 49ers. Credit that the Cardinals used to be a good team and the 49ers used to be a bad team. But still, they have that on them. So, yeah, 49ers back at home. Who do you have this game, Gledhill?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cardinals are much better than their record suggests. I think Kingsbury and Kyler Murray have done some great things this season. I like to see what they continue to do down the road. I think Kingsbury has potential being the coach here for a long time, and Murray is a franchise quarterback. So really cool to see Kyler get dapped up by LeBron. By the way, that was really cool to see. And then I guess like he was asked about it in a press conference, and LeBron like responded to it or something on Twitter, and I thought that was something really cool. But anyways, I think the 49ers are playing too well right now. They're going to bounce back from that loss against the Seahawks and improve to, I guess this would be their 9th win. They'd be 9-1. I just think right now the Niners are better both offensively and defensively, and they're gonna pull it off. I'm gonna say it's 27 to 23. Niners win.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised on this spread. I mean, the 49ers are 14.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, yikes.
Take the Cardinals on all day.
Preston, do you think the Cardinals would cover?
No. Do I think the Cardinals will cover? Yes, I do think the Cardinals will cover the spread. I think that it's going to be a good, decently scoring game. I don't think it's going to be low scoring by any means. But I just have to take a moment and say what a game for Monday Night Football this past Monday.
Finally.
I was watching it while
Finally.
Man, that was awesome. It sucks that the 49ers backup kicker totally shanked that field goal, but I was watch. And it was funny that he shanked it because he had just hit a clutch one to send it to overtime right before that. So that kind of blows for him. But yeah, I've got 49ers winning the game 35-28.
And they will fail to cover the spread. Gage, who do you have?
Yeah, I got the 49ers bouncing back in this game. I got the same score as Glenn Hill. I got 27-23. I think the key factor is that the defense will pull through in the end. I think they will get a stop on Kyler Murray and Christian Kirk. I don't think Larry Fitzgerald's been doing that well, but I think they will get a stop on him in the crucial moments of the fourth quarter and steal this game for them. So, yeah, I got 27-23 Niners.
Yeah, I definitely have the Cardinals covering the spread, but they're not going to win the game. 49ers will get it. 28-24, pretty close score to you guys. Yeah, I mean, these teams are, obviously Cardinals are really competitive despite their record. I think they have a bright future with Kingsbury and Kyler Murray and a young team. So I think they just got to rebuild a little bit. Christian Kirk's been playing well, so he can get involved. I think the main thing that pulls me away from this game is the 49ers defense is so good, man. Even though they lost to the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson didn't really have that great of a game, believe it or not. I think he only threw 160 yards. So, and the 49ers have been averaging against teams, the number one passing defense in the league. It's going into that game, it was 136 passing yards per game. So they shut people down in the passing game. And you can't throw the ball on them. And I can see Kyler Murray throwing a lot of crucial picks in this game. I think it'll be competitive, but I don't think I don't see them winning, but they will cover the spread. It will be a competitive game. 49ers win 28-24. Yeah. Next game, we have the New England Patriots going on the road to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles coming off a bye week. This is the rematch of Super Bowl 52, 53, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
52. 4 out of the 5 last matchups decided by one possession, including the playoffs against the Eagles and the Patriots. They always have competitive games. Preston, I'm interested to see if you're picking the Eagles because I know you like the teams off the bye.
Not against.
Ooh.
Are you fucking high? Especially the Patriots coming off of a
Yeah.
bounce back, and Tom Brady's gonna be pissed, and he's gonna tear him a new one. There's gonna be the Eagles are gonna be destroyed, but yeah. So I got the Eagles winning. Just kidding. I got the Patriots winning. 35 to 20.
No Nick Foles to save you this time, Eagles. Y'all ain't beating the Patriots with Nick Foles this time. Y'all got Carson Wentz going out there. And I guess I shouldn't have really said the whole team's coming off the bye. Because the Patriots coming off the bye. Bill Belichick's going to prepare this game perfectly. The Patriots will get it done 30-17. Gage?
I got the Patriots also, man. Yeah, I got 28-17, close score to yours. Psycho Tom is going to throw like 3 ties against this defense. Payback for that Super Bowl loss that they had, and that's a wrap for the Eagles. So, yeah, pretty simple as that. I got 28-17 Patriots.
Gled Hill.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to have a really good plan to stop the Eagles' offense and keep Carson Wentz from making plays. And I think the Patriots are also going to score quite a few points offensively, especially against that Eagles secondary. And they get it done. It's going to be 26-13. I got the Patriots rolling.
Very nice. Next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals going on the road to play the Oakland Raiders. All I got to say is start Josh Jacobs this week because he's going to be running all over this Bengals defense. Oh, man, this is going to be ugly.
Or not.
Bengals
Get hurt.
Hopefully not. Jeez. The
Oh.
Bengals have allowed
Knock on wood.
The Bengals have allowed 173 rushing yards per game this season on defense, most in the NFL. I'm starting Jacobs, you best believe it. I don't really have to elaborate on this game. It's the Bengals. The Raiders have been playing good. They're fighting for that division now. So that's interesting there.
Right.
John Gruden, I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because I'll give credit where credit's due. John Gruden is actually doing a good job this year. Congratulations. Good job. I never thought I would say that in my whole life, but good job, John Gruden. Yeah, Raiders get an easy win, 35-10.
Wow.
Yeah, this is not really a hard game to pick. Gled Hill.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, is John Gruden being talked about as a coach of the year candidate? I don't know if he should win, but like, I haven't looked at that like right now. Is he up there or I'll have to check that out.
He's up there, but I wouldn't.
I think he should.
I wouldn't give it him over like like a Matt LaFleur or like a Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Or
Sean Payton or Tomlin. Yeah.
Or
honestly,
Tomlin or even
well.
Kyle Shanahan.
Matt LaRue.
Right. Oh yeah, Kyle Shanahan, no doubt. Yeah, has been doing a phenomenal job. But anyways, yeah, Raiders have been doing really well this season. I think they could win their division, which is insane. Like no one would have predicted that at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I mean, I don't love their defense, but they can make plays, and I think they're well coached. I like their offense with Jacobs and then Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is a franchise quarterback for sure. I like who he is as a leader in that locker room, and I think he and Gruden are a good bond. And yeah, they're gonna roll over the Bengals this week. Just how poorly they're playing. I don't think this offense is gonna have any problems. They're gonna score 38 points and hold the Bengals to 20 or something. So yeah, I'll say 38-20. I got the Raiders.
Very nice. Preston.
Yeah, big win for the Raiders this week. Antonio Brown is going to score 3 reception touchdowns. No, I got the Raiders winning 30-20.
Very nice, Gage.
Yeah, I agree with y'all, man. I got the Raiders winning this 24-13. They're just a way better team than the Bengals, and Josh Jacobs is going to run all over them. And that's a wrap for them also, the Bengals.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Next game, we have the Sunday Night Football game. Chicago Bears going on the road to play the LA Rams. These teams are both really good this year. This year is not the case. Or last year they were both really good. This year is not the case. Bears have lost 4 of the last 5 games. Started the season 3-1. They finally beat the Lions. I did pick up that game, but I obviously did not know that Matthew Stafford was going to get hurt, so I got lucky there. I got lucky with that pick, and obviously freaking, what was it, who was even the guy? Who was the quarterback, Gledhill, that was playing for the Lions?
Oh, Jeff Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll, a guy that I've never even heard of in my life. I mean, they couldn't do anything. That's the reason they lost. If Matthew Stafford would have been in that game, they would have won, no doubt. Rams shitting the bed against the Steelers, but the Steelers have been playing good. Both these teams are disappointment. The Rams are fighting for a playoff spot, because they're not gonna beat the Seahawks or the Niners at this point. So, it's. I think now you can kind of jump off that Sean McVay hype train. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, yeah, the Rams are struggling, but Sean McVay." I think it's just a down year for them, to be honest. Todd Gurley's, he's not having a good year at all. The Cooper Kupp, I mean, when he's on, they're a really good offense, but he didn't even have a catch last game. And then the defense is overall, I mean, you got Jalen Ramsey, but other than that, your defense is kind of non-existent. So, yeah. And then the Bears just suck. Mitch Trubisky's on his way out. And yeah, so this game is actually hard for me to pick just because in the sense that both teams are a disappointment, but
you know what you're yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to see, but when in doubt, pick the home team. Rams win 21-16. Who do you have, Gledhill?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. Rams at home. I think they're 5-4 right now. I think McVay draws up a good plan. I mean, he has to be pretty frustrated with how that Steelers game went last week. And has to be pretty frustrated with how things have gone overall this season. And I think this is a big game for them to bounce back. Especially with them losing last year at Soldier Field. It was a 50. I think I looked it up earlier. It was 15-6 or something.
That game was
and
terrible.
Goff threw 4 interceptions or something. That was an ugly game for them. And I think maybe they're going to have a little bit of maybe some extra motivation just because of that. So I'm going to have to take the Rams in this one. Despite how things have been going, I think the Bears are maybe in worse shape right now. I think from a quarterback and coach perspective, I would say that for sure. I think the Rams win a close one. It's going to be, I'll say 17-16. I got the Rams.
Yeah, I remember that game last year. I remember I called the Bears winning that game because they were in Soldier Field, and it didn't seem like a favorable matchup for the Rams. And that game was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my life on Sunday Night Football. Literally, Mitch Trubisky and Jared Goff were just switching off throwing picks against each other. It was
right.
It was actually it was burning my eyes watching that game. It was so bad. And this year, I could see it being the same way again. I'm not even joking. But I got the Rams this time. Gage, who do you have?
Agree with y'all. I got the Rams winning this. I just think their offense is just better than the Bears' offense, and that'll be the key factor to them winning. I got close scoring. I got 17-13, a low-scoring game. Just Mitchell Trubisky can't do anything. He's going to be out the door, like you said, and they should try to trade for Cam Newton. That's what I think they should do. Enough said.
At this point, yep. All right, Preston, who do you have?
On the Bears in the Madden League. Was that you, Kate?
Wait, what?
That was the Vikings.
What?
Remember when we did the franchise?
And who picked the what?
Somebody had Cam Newton, and they were just running all over with.
Oh no, that was Shaden. That was Shaden.
Yeah, that was. He was the Vikings, though.
Yeah.
So.
Who do you have?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so what's the spread?
I think the Rams are 7-point favorite.
7.
Yeah. Yeah, Rams are 7, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely could see Chicago winning this game, especially with like the Rams last week could either be like a motivator for them to play well, or it could be kind of like, wow, we really like might not have a chance to make the playoffs this year type thing. And I don't know, the Bears defense, obviously great, but I think their hope is dwindling with how Mitch Trubisky has been playing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the safe pick, the Rams, in a low-scoring affair, 17-13.
Very nice. And then that brings us to the last game. I know this is a 12 o'clock game, but we normally save the Cowboys game for last. Dallas Cowboys going on the road to play the Detroit Lions. Dak Prescott lost 3 straight non-divisional road games. I'll talk about the Cowboys last, but Gage, start us off.
Yeah, man. Let's just start off with the last game against the Minnesota Vikings. We should have won that game. I'm sorry. I know I'm being biased. Great job. The Vikings got the win, but there's no way they should have won that game. Dak Prescott was playing out of his mind. They were playing man coverage. I know they were stuffing Zeke, but, why would you go away from him on 3rd and 2? I know, Ezekiel, you pay him that much money. He can get you 2 yards. But he was doing nothing all game long. At least do a read option to try to fake him out at least. But in the end, we lost. Congrats to the Vikings. But it wasn't Dak Prescott's fault. Jason Garrett should be fired, or they need to do something else entirely. I don't know what's up with this coaching staff, but that was one of the dumbest play calls I've ever watched this season in Sunday Night Football. Or Sunday Football, I meant. But yeah, to the game, I got the Cowboys bouncing back. I think they'll beat the Detroit Lions. I got the score being 28-20. I think Ezekiel Elliott will bounce back. I think he'll have a pretty good game. And I think Dak Prescott will kind of be the game manager of that game. So I think we'll win the time of possession. And I think Ezekiel Elliott will bounce back. So, 28-20. I got the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite. Preston, who do you have?
Dude, the Cowboys remind me of when I play Madden. Jason Garrett's play calling at the end of close games. It's like they always go what they think. If they get it, it'll be a good call. But a lot of the times they don't get it. So they were obviously trying to run time off the clock at the end of the game instead of just which was stupid. You're supposed to just go with your momentum. And I never do that in Madden. I always just think, I can't give the other team any time left. I have to score on the last play or whatever. So I think that was retarded. But I've got the Cowboys winning against the Lions. No Matt Stafford. If Matt Stafford was playing, I'd give the Lions a shot. But Cowboys 23-10.
Blood Hill.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lions are kind of in a tough spot right now. No Matt Stafford. The defense hasn't been playing as well as maybe it had been earlier in the season. I think the Cowboys are going to bounce back. Again, they played. Dak was obviously really good last week, and I think they definitely could have gotten that win if they had some better play calling there at the end. But I think they bounce back. I think they remain the favorites in that division, and they get it done. I'm going to say it's going to be 34-27. Well, no, 34-20. I'm going to take the Cowboys rolling.
Yeah, y'all summed it up pretty well. Let's just say that a part of me wants the little part of me wants the Cowboys to actually lose this game, so Jason Garrett could just finally be fired because another game, especially if you drop this game to the Lions, that's no question he should be fired. I don't really even know where to begin with the Cowboys, man. They're so much better. I know they are. They are so much better than what their record shows. They're literally in every single game. They have the best offense in the league. The best offense in the league. On paper too. This is not just for me saying that. They have the best offense in the league. And they don't just have the best offense in the league by a little bit. They have the best offense in the league by 17 more yards than the next total team. So, and literally they have outgained their opponent in total yards in 3 of the 4 losses this season. So, you know what that tells me? That just tells me it's bad coaching, because there's absolutely no way that the Cowboys should be 5-4. And, with just how big their organization is, there's no way they should have an incompetent head coach as bad as Jason Garrett is. There's no excuse for it. And they were talking to Jerry Jones about it this past week, saying, yo, how do you feel about it? He's like, honestly, I'm haunted by that loss. We shouldn't have lost that game. Well, yeah, if you're haunted by the loss, do something about it. Make a move. Fire the head coach.
Right.
Like, why aren't you doing anything about it? It's the same shit every single week that literally, it's not surprising at this point. This was the first Cowboys game I've ever watched. This is the first Cowboys game I shed a tear, and it wasn't a playoff game. First regular season game that I shed a tear because I was so upset with how dumb Jason Garrett is. Like, how retarded he is. You're driving down the field with... Gage summed it up really well. You're driving down the field with Dak Prescott. He's literally carrying the team. And you run 2 plays on 2nd and 5, get stuffed. Oh, well, 2nd and 5 didn't work. Let's run it on 3rd and 5. Let's see if that works. It doesn't make any sense. The Vikings, they got away with that one. Credit to Dalvin Cook. He played out of his mind, but the Cowboys shouldn't have lost that game, man. The Cowboys are a better team than the Vikings, man. They're a better team, and Jason Garrett is ruined this whole team this year, and he's gonna ruin our chances of doing anything in the playoffs. So I honestly cannot wait till he's gone. Like, literally, like, that's why I said a part of me wants the Lions to win this game so Jason Garrett get fired. But no, the Lions are in a tough position. The Cowboys, they'll bounce back. I don't know what a good score for this. I think we could put 30 on them easily. I mean, if we play like we are, if we play like we're capable of, we put up 30.
Yeah.
I'll say Cowboys win 30-26. They come.
Let's say they drop this one. Is that it? Is that the end of Jason Garrett?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Think.
Preston, what were you gonna say?
Has to be.
This is what you get talking shit, Eric, saying the Vikings was a bad pick. This is what you get. And I just want to read Eric's text messages to me directly after the game. He goes,
Oh!
how is he still here? Leave. I'm a good guy, but if I have the pleasure of shooting Jason Garrett with a gun, I shoot him right in the face and spit on him. I'd be held for murder, but
I was so
Oh
mad,
my
bro.
god, dude.
I literally started crying. And I don't cry in regular season games. Like, I'll cry in a playoff game if we lose a tough one, but this was a regular season game and I cried. Like, I was crying because I was like, and I wasn't crying because we lost. Well, I mean, obviously that was a part of it, but I was crying because of how dumb Jason Garrett is, bro, and how I have to deal with this every single year. And Preston, you know more than anybody how much I hate Jason Garrett.
Yep, I have some funny videos.
Yeah. Oh, so that's it for our picks this week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully this is a bounce back week for both of us.
Did we do the Monday night game?
Yeah, we did the Monday night game. Wait, no, we didn't. Holy crap! Wait, didn't we?
I don't think so. It's Chiefs Chargers.
Did I completely skip that game? Maybe I did. Okay.
No, we didn't do that.
All right. Let's do that one real quick.
Is anyone taking the Chargers?
Oh, hold on. Let's do something cool here. 3, 2, 1. We all pick the same game. All right. 3,
Cool.
2, 1. Chiefs.
Chargers.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Who said Chargers?
Yeah. Chiefs. The Chiefs. They don't really have a lot of swagger going with them right now. I mean, they lost the game against the Titans with Patrick Mahomes coming back. I know it was his first game back, but you look at them playing this year and they just don't have it like they had it last year. With Patrick Mahomes going in there every week, slinging it, playing like they're killing teams. It's because thinking, oh, it's the defense that's the reason they're going to downfall. They just overall just don't have the swagger that they have last year. And it's a tough division game, but the Chargers are just they're known for choking. So I see the Chiefs winning. Chiefs have won 9 of the last 10 games versus Chargers. I hope this is a good game, but I think the Chiefs will hang on and win. I think it'll be a pretty high scoring game. I'll say the Chiefs win 31-28. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit if y'all want. Gage, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Chiefs are going to win this 24-21. I think it'll be close, but the Chargers are going to do what they always do. They're going to lose when it's close. I think Patrick Mahomes will have a bounce-back game since losing to the Titans against Ryan Tannehill. And, yeah, they're going to get this dub. Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this 24-21.
Yeah, and also the Chiefs must win this game because the Raiders are right on their ass right now. So
Yeah,
yeah, Glenn Hill, who do you have? Or you obviously you have
Yeah.
the Chiefs, but what's the score?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I agree with you guys. They got to get this one done. I think I got to look back to how they're coached and who their quarterback is and how the system is, and I just think that they're gonna get it done. They're not gonna lose a back-to-back games. It was a tough loss last week. Shouldn't have happened, but it happens. You know, it's gonna happen in this league sometimes. You're playing so many games. At some point, you're gonna slip up, especially when you things are kind of in flux. You get your quarterback back after being hurt. I think this week they look a lot better than they did last week. I think on Monday Night Football they come out and say, "Hey, like we're you guys might not think so right now, but we're still Super Bowl contenders." I think they're going to come out and make some big. Mahomes is going to make some big throws. Some good play calling from Andy Reid. We'll see how that defense looks, but I think they get it done. It's going to be 34 to 23. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has a chip on his shoulder now. So
Heck yeah.
Preston, you got the
Chiefs 35-17. I have nothing to say about the Chargers.
Yeah, dude.
he saw enough after that Raiders game, huh?
We should not lose to the fuck.
I don't know if also.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna do it this week. We're all pretty similar on picks this week. I think we all of us. I think the only difference we had was did someone?
I took the Jags.
No, we all took Jets. Did Preston? Didn't you take the Jaguars?
No, I said the
I was the
Jaguars.
one who picked
No,
Jets
Glenn
first.
Hill took the Jaguars. Everyone else, yeah. Oh,
Not
and
confident
then you
now,
took
but-
the Browns,
Go for
Preston,
it.
right? Yeah. So
Ooh.
pretty similar week. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you watching this week, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.
Sweet.